Hi guys, welcome to Defending Elvis. So slightly different than what I was going to do. Let's just give you guys a chance to join me. Let's have a look. Let's get the chat up. Hi Ebru, how are you? So how long we got? We got half an hour. Welcome to Defending Elvis. Thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate you guys joining me. Team Elvis, defenders of Elvis around the world. We come together to defend Elvis and Lisa on the bloodline. So let me just quickly tell people that we're live. I'm just going to put it on the new channel. I don't know if you know, guys, but we now have 2 chat channels on our Defending Elvis Facebook page, where we can do 24-hour chats, yeah? So let's have a look. Let me get the chats up. So the reason we've got 2 is because Facebook are ending one of the chats on October the 5th. They're bringing in some new rules. So I've had to bring in a new chat. I'm hoping the new chat will carry on after October the 5th. So yeah, don't forget our Defending Elvis Facebook page is brilliant, guys. Really good, like amazing. Well over 11,000 members. We're just climbing and climbing. Our Defending Elvis. I actually think our Defending Elvis Facebook page is one of the best Facebook pages for Elvis. It's brilliant. I think the reason that our Facebook page is quite special. So I got myself a cup of tea, guys. Get yourself a cup of tea. Is because the main content that we post on our Defending Elvis Facebook page is your comments. Yeah, how you going, Ebru? How you going, Linda? So the main comments, all the how can I say it? There's a lot of researchers, Elvis researchers, that are part of Team Elvis. Yeah, because hundreds of you, I would say, and your comments are amazing. Like really detailed comments that take a lot of time and effort to write them out and post them on our YouTube channel. And I just think that they're wasted if we just let them disappear into the comments. So I made a decision a while ago, a few months ago. I'm going to start posting the comments onto, the ones that really stand out, the ones that have done a lot of research, the really interesting comments. I decided I'm going to start posting them on our Facebook page, Defending Elvis, yeah, where there's also a 24-hour chat. Please join it. It's completely free. And that has become the core of our Defending Elvis Facebook page. So now there are thousands of comments from you guys, Team Elvis, Elvis fans around the world that want to defend Elvis, yeah. And then there's thousands of comments on top of that. So I will post one very long comment, very detailed, well-researched comment, and then you guys will jump in and then you react to the comments. So I think our Facebook page has just become amazing. Yeah. So guys, I was going to do, just so you know, I've only got half an hour. So I was going to do, play some of the an interview from yesterday where Priscilla Presley actually says, I don't want to be here anymore. She actually says it. I don't want to be here anymore. She says, the reason I stuck around is for Navarone. Have any of you seen that? Pretty shocking. But then something has popped up on my feed and I thought, it's only short. I thought I can come back to the other topic. I'm going to play this first. Yeah. So do any of you guys remember the Viva Vegas? Is it Viva Vegas Elvis Circus LA? Do any of you remember that? So that popped up on my screen. Yeah. Viva Vegas Circus LA. Yeah. And I just thought, she said something. She started talking on behalf of Elvis. So Priscilla Presley started talking on behalf of Elvis. I thought, well, this is interesting. It's quite a few years old. Let me just see how many years old it is. It's, I think, 13 years ago. Okay, let's have a look. Obviously, 15 years ago. The YouTube channel is called Artisan News Service. Never heard of it. Literally never heard of it. I'll give it a like. And I'll give them a thank you. I'd say thank you. We're going to review it. Thank you. We're gonna review this. Now, obviously, you know, I'm interested in seeing Elvis in Cirque du Soleil. I do remember it. Now, I've always said, oh, Tonya, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you. Guys, anyone wants to be a member, it's not much, is it? Is it $1.50 or something? It does support the channel. It helps support the channel. The people that buy me a coffee and stuff like that, thank you. Yeah, it's very kind. Anyone that does a super thank you, I really appreciate it. It's you guys showing me you like what I do. It's that simple. Yeah, I know you get the haters. The haters will attack me and go, oh no, someone bought Louis a coffee. How dare they? Guys, you're just saying thank you. Yeah, super thank you, coffee, whatever it's member for what, $1, whatever it is. Thanks. Yeah. So Tonya, thank you very much. Anyone that shows their appreciation, I appreciate it. And I put the hours in for you and you show your thanks. That's very kind. But anyway, guys, so I'm listening to this interview and then Priscilla says, oh yes, you know, Elvis was so worried about going into the army, you know, he was nearly in tears. And I'm like, you wouldn't know that because Elvis, oh, thanks, Zara. That's so kind of you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Look, right. Oh, here we are. Linda, love what you're doing, educating me about those that have harmed Elvis's reputation. Yeah. Ah, thank you, Tonya. So, hi, GB. So, guys, Priscilla starts talking about Elvis, how he felt before he went in the army, being scared to go into the army. Obviously, he talks about Gladys, and I'm like, well, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. Priscilla wouldn't know because she didn't meet him till the last 4 or 5 months before he left. Do you remember that, guys? So she meets him. I'm trying to remember the dates now. Doesn't she meet him around November 1959? Yeah, I think. And she's on and off. They're just friends for. We don't know how often Elvis saw Priscilla. Yeah, I know she likes to make out as if the minute she met Elvis, they were a couple and she was with him every day. I don't think that's true. Elvis was seeing other girls in Germany. Okay. So I'm like, I play this interview and I'm like, why is Priscilla talking about Elvis as if she knew him before he went into the army and in 1958? It doesn't make sense. Yeah. So then I start thinking, well, this is the trick, isn't it? This is the con. Oh, I've always known Elvis. I've known him since the day he started. I've known him since the Tupelo days. She also gives the impression that she knew Gladys. Yeah, she never knew Gladys. She couldn't have done. Gladys passed away during basic training. Is it Fort Hood in 1958? Yeah. So I'm like, well, by the time Elvis gets to Bad Newheim, right? Shh, 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 shh. Oh, come on, then. The dog's barking. Come and sit here. Come on. Go on then. By the time Elvis, right? The dog's on. Right, what's going on? Right, 1 second. The dog. Right, shh, shh, shh. Right, what's the matter? Go on then. Go on. Oh, you go. There we go. Right, back again. So by the time Elvis gets to Bad Newheim, obviously they rent the house, don't they? And he has a bit of family and some of the Memphis Mafia there. And if he's even allegedly is seeing the secretary. He's got 2 or 3, maybe 4 other girlfriends in Germany. That even the fans queue up at a certain time every day to get autographs. Yeah. So by the time Elvis gets to Bad Newheim, he's pretty used to being in the army, in the military, serving for his country. He's done his basic training. Yeah. So I'm going somewhere with this, guys. So I keep saying this to you. Why is Priscilla the spokesperson for Elvis? I don't understand it. Why? Why is Priscilla the spokesperson for Elvis? She talks about Elvis as if she was there from the moment he was born. She talks about Elvis like she knew Gladys. She's literally making it up as she goes along, and the whole world have fallen for it. The whole world have been tricked into thinking, yes, Priscilla is the spokesperson for Elvis. She saved Graceland. She saved the museum. She was controlled by Elvis. He told her how to dress, do her makeup, do her hair. Just the whole world is like really bought into the bullshit. Yeah. And I'm like, so many people have fallen for it. Yeah. So many people fell for this fake fairy tale. And I'm like, many of us here in the first, through the 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s, we all fell for it. That, yep, she's the Queen of Graceland. She's the reason Elvis is remembered. You get it? If there was no Priscilla, there would be no Elvis. Yeah? We all know it's bullshit. We all know it's bullshit. Now listen to this, guys. Now listen to this. Listen to this interview. So this is, I'm trying to make a point here. She's been getting away with it for 30, 40 years, talking as if she knows everything about Elvis, as if Elvis was still her husband, as if she was still married to him when he died, talking about Elvis as if everything was fine. It wasn't fine. She was unfaithful many times. She really badly trashed Elvis. Yeah. She treated her daughter terribly. Yeah. So I'm like, what are you doing? How are you getting away with being the front spokesperson for Elvis? Even being the front person for Graceland, the Living Museum, when it opened, it's like, what happened? What happened in the world to make Priscilla this important front person on behalf of Elvis? Well, you know, you got people like Ginger Alden or Donna Presley, yeah? The people, even the Billy Smith, the people that actually did know him, that did grow up with him, yeah? Obviously, Ginger Alden was at the end, so she can discuss the last 9 months. But the point I'm trying to say is Priscilla left in 1972. She was gone. She didn't arrive until 1959. And even then, he didn't see her for over 2 years. So he briefly meets her in 59. And then she visits in 62/3. She moves in with Elvis's parents around when she's nearly 18. Right? Now listen to this. I'm going to play this. This doesn't make any sense, guys. Now listen to what she says. She talks about Elvis's military life as if she was there. I'm on about before 1959, as if she was there in 1958. She talks about things that Elvis may have discussed that he would have not I'm going to say it. The conversations she talks about are what he would have had before he goes into the army, before basic training. Yeah, let's listen to it, guys. Now, like as I was saying, this is about the Circus Soleil, Viva Circus Soleil, and there's a few little clips I'm going to play you guys. Now, I've only watched the first couple of minutes, okay? And then there's a couple of other bits. You've even got the billionaire that bought Elvis Presley Enterprises, Robert Silliman, is in one of the clips I'm going to play. Here goes, guys. Okay.
Sort of memories came back to you?
Oh my gosh.
So she just asked, did the memories come back to you? Now remember, this is 15 years ago. 15 years ago. Now, did the memories come back to you? Remember, she didn't meet Elvis till the latter end of 1959. Elvis had nearly finished his military service by this point.
You know, just.
Here goes. Let's start again. Right, are we ready? Now we're analysing why is Priscilla the front person
Sort of
of
memories
Elvis.
came back to you?
Oh my gosh.
Let's pause that. Let's see the question. When seeing the show, what sort of memories came back to you? Of course, a lot of us here will remember the Viva Circus Soleil. Yeah, I remember it. Now she obviously was a front person. She obviously made money out of it. I guarantee you that she got a commission for helping to promote this show. Okay.
Oh my gosh. You know, just you know, I try to separate myself and put myself as a spectator watching the show and not really having any kind of criticism, just being there, trying to enjoy the show, being involved in the show, and experiencing it as someone, let's say, for the first time.
So guys, hang on. So I just want to put some water in my tea. But so remember, this is a divorcee that divorced and left Elvis in 1972. I know it was official in 1973. So I'm just topping up my tea, guys. So think about it, right? She went on to live a completely separate life to Elvis. The only real time she saw Elvis was dropping off Lisa Marie. Yeah, asking for money. She didn't interact with Elvis, not really. Yes, he would go to where she lived, probably sometimes to see Lisa. But come on, guys, there were phone calls. But generally, she didn't really see Elvis. Yeah, they didn't spend time together, did they? They didn't go shopping together, travel together. They lived separate lives. Elvis quickly found Linda Thompson. She was already seeing Mike Stone secretly for a year, and moved in with him as soon as the relationship was found out. Priscilla moved in with Mike Stone. So she now is talking about Elvis as if she was with him through 1958, through 1959, maybe even 60, 61, 62. But the truth is, she briefly met him for a matter of months in the end of 1959, and then she didn't see him for over 2 years. Okay, listen to what she says.
I actually was able to do that until it got into, let's say, footage of him being inducted into the Army. And because I'm so close to it, and I really became him, and that he expressed so much to me in Germany, how the fear of him going into the Army, leaving his parents, leaving his mother.
So guys, listen to what she just said, yeah? Now, she says, oh, you know, I was so close to it. The fear of going into the Army and obviously leaving his mother, blah, 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 yeah? How? He'd already done his basic training, so he's been there. You know, we can ask, when did Elvis start his basic training? This is the con, guys. This is the trick. She talks about Elvis as if she was with him even when she wasn't. Yeah? Right. Let's just have a look at it. When did Elvis do his basic training? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Obviously, we know it is not... Hang on. Now, we know it was 1958, okay? When did Elvis do basic training? Okay? Let's go. So it'll come up. Now, we know she met him in 1959, okay? So he did his basic training in March 1958. He reported for duty March the 24th at Fort Chaffee, Arkansas. Okay, Fort Hood, Texas. Okay, and then unfortunately, whilst he was doing his basic training, Gladys fell ill. Elvis was granted emergency leave and rushed home to Memphis. Gladys died of a heart attack complicated by liver failure and hepatitis on the 14th of August, 1958. Okay, so that Priscilla was nowhere around here. Okay, let's ask another question. What date did Priscilla meet Elvis? Okay, let's see what it says, guys. So Priscilla Bueller met Elvis on the evening of the 13th of September 1959 at a party in Bad Nauheim, Germany. Elvis was serving for the US Army. Okay? Now, okay, so 13th of September 1959. So there's no way she saw him towards the end of his service for his country. Yeah? She obviously wasn't around in 58. She never would have met Gladys. Never. Okay? So now I'm going to write, what date did Elvis leave Army? Okay? Let's do it. My wife might be home, but I'm just going to finish off this anyway. Elvis officially was discharged from duty on March the 5th, 1960. So that means she met him September. So she would have known him September, October, November, December, January, February. So So it could have been six. So let's do it: December, October, November, December, January, February, March. She knew him around six-ish months. Yeah. Now we don't know how often they saw each other, but she met him towards the end of his military service. Now let's listen to what she says, and let me get your comments up so I can see your comments. I'm trying to make a point here, guys. Yeah, that we are being tricked and conned here because Priscilla will try and talk to the world because she's been made this spokesperson on behalf of Elvis, as if she knew him even when she didn't know him. Yeah, does that make sense to you guys? Now let's listen to it.
Very much thought that it was going to be war for him. Of course, it wasn't. He was, going over there just to serve his time. But until it got into, let's say, to enjoy the show, being involved in the show, and experiencing it as someone, let's say, for the first time, I actually was able to do that until it got into, let's say, footage of him being inducted into the Army. And because I'm so close to it, and I really became him, and that he expressed so much to me in Germany, how the fear of him going into the Army, leaving his parents, leaving his mother.
So the fear of him going into the Army, leaving his parents, leaving his mother. Now remember, his mother had passed, yeah? He'd already done basic training. He was well into his service. So, I understand that they could have spoke about it in hindsight. He could be remembering the conversations. But if I was watching this now, if I was 15 years ago watching this program, I'd be thinking that Priscilla was there when before Elvis went to the Army, before Elvis was drafted, that she knew him before 1958, yeah, and that he discussed the fear of going into the Army, the fear of leaving his mum, and the fear of the possibility of going to war, because obviously the rumor is that Gladys felt that Elvis was going to war. That's how I would see that. Let's keep going.
His mother very much thought that it was going to be war for him. Of course, it wasn't. He was, going over there just to serve his time.
She wouldn't know what Gladys felt. So she has just said his mother felt that he was going to war. She wouldn't know. She never spoke to Gladys ever. She didn't know Elvis before he went into the Army. What I'm trying to say, guys, is a lot of what Priscilla does is just made up. She wings it. Because she's thrust forward to the world to be the front person, the spokesperson for Elvis, the person who supposedly she's the reason he's remembered, she's the reason for Gracelands, which is bullshit. Bullshit. We know why Elvis is remembered. The fans and how amazing he was. Yeah? Has nothing to do with Priscilla. Even if Priscilla didn't exist, Elvis would be remembered. Even if Graceland didn't exist, Elvis would still be remembered today. He was too amazing. Yeah. So I'm telling you guys, the world has been tricked for 40 plus years by Priscilla and by the fact that the general public have allowed this to happen. It's the general public around the world that believed every word in this book and never challenged a word of it, even though this book, in my opinion, paints Priscilla out to be a victim and Elvis to be the bad guy. So I'm trying to show you guys that we're all being conned and tricked. Now, we, the fans, we look beneath the surface, so we know, we've done our research, we understand what truly went on. But to the general public that are not aware of the truth, they will watch a program like this and they'll go, oh my God, she must have been with Elvis before he went into the Army. She must have spoke to his mum, Gladys. Elvis must have spoke to Priscilla and said that he was worried about leaving his mum and going into the Army, leaving Graceland. Do you get it? This is the con.
But the fear in his eyes, he was only 22 years old.
Do you hear that? The fear in his eyes. Fear of going into the Army. He was only 22 years old. She met him when he was 24. So she's backtracking when she wasn't even around, as if she was there. Now, I haven't heard all this. I haven't listened to this. This is the first time I've heard this part of the interview. Let's see if she tells the truth. Let's see if she goes on to say, I met him when he was 24. I wasn't there in 1957, 1958. Yeah? when he was drafted. When was Elvis drafted? Let's have a look. Let's Google it. When was he drafted? There was an actual date. I think when he was drafted, they allowed him an extension to film. Is it Love Me Tender? Let's have a look. When was Elvis drafted? Well, there would have been a date he received it, wouldn't there? No, actually, no. The better question is, when did Elvis receive the draft? When did Elvis receive the draft? Okay. So Elvis received his draft on the 20th of December, 1957. Okay? So there's no way that she would have been anywhere around. No way. Yeah, there was no Priscilla then. But what they did, they delayed it a few months so that he could finish filming King Creole, and then he reported to duty on March the 24th, 1958. Okay? Yeah, he was 22. So let's see if she says, oh, actually, I met him when he was 24. Let's see how honest she's been, because Priscilla knows that the general public believe everything she says.
Very, very young. That's when I kind of lost it a little bit. It brought back a lot of memories, but important memories. I love that part in that you get to see a very...
Do you see that? Do you see that? It brought back a lot of memories. She wasn't even there. She didn't know him when he was 22. She couldn't have been there when he was drafted. She wasn't there when he went into doing his basic training. She wasn't there when he first moved in 1959 to Germany to do his proper, to do his military service. When did Elvis do his military service? Yeah, this is when he's finished basic training, and now he's going to move to Bad Nauheim, where they rent a house. Elvis realizes if he rents a house, family and friends can visit. Yeah, and some of the Memphis Mafia. So let's see what it says. All right, it's not giving me an answer. All right, but while it does that, let's press play.
Human Elvis, outside of...
Actually, I know the question. When did Elvis... Actually, it'd be easier if I say it. When did Elvis go to Bad Nauheim? We want the date he went to Bad Nauheim, yeah? It says here... No, no, it doesn't seem to be working. Let's have a look. Let's try again. No, it doesn't seem to work. But it was 9:59, wasn't it? Yeah? So it could have been. Actually, it could have been. No, it was 59. You tell me, guys. Put it in the comments. Now remember, I've just caught her lying. Oh, yeah, I was there, I was with him when he was 22. I was there when he was worried about leaving his mum and, leaving Gracelands and going into the army. Everyone believes it. No one challenges it. Everyone goes along with it. This is the con, guys. This is the con. She can do what she wants. She can say what she wants. Priscilla can say what she wants, and it's still happening now with these recent interviews where she's talking about Elvis and Lisa and other things. The public, the general public, are just going, okay, I believe everything you say. No one challenges her. Elvis is dead, so he can't disagree with her. Lisa is dead, so she can't disagree with her. Riley doesn't seem to want to say anything. She's trying to keep quiet. She's in a very difficult position. She's between a rock and a hard place. So she can literally go on any show in any country in the world and say whatever she wants, even if she's lying, even if she's twisting the truth, and get away with murder. Crazy, guys.
His music, outside of his movies, outside of the person, you got to really get into Elvis Presley and see what he went through during that period of time. Also, home movies brought back a lot of memories of...
Yeah, home movies that she wasn't even in. She wasn't in the home movies in 1956, 57, 58. So come on, guys. Are you getting what I'm saying to you?
Him at play, his sense of humor, his contagious laughter. In this production, you not only get to see Elvis and who he was in his music, but you get to see him as a very human being.
Yeah, so Linda has just said, yeah, he moved it there at some point in 58 and lived there until 1960, when he comes back, does the Frank Sinatra show, films GI Blues, makes some albums for RCA Victor. Nancy Sinatra meets him, gives him a silk shirt gift from Frank Sinatra, and there's a very famous train journey of him coming back from the army, from Bad Nauheim, back to America. So, guys, she's making it up. She's making it up. We're catching Priscilla lying. We're catching her red-handed lying.
You know, you must get so many offers for to do these types of shows that involve Elvis. Why did you say yes to this particular one?
It's funny that she asked that question. Priscilla at this point, 15 years ago, was very powerful. Everything went through Priscilla. She was making an absolute fortune. Now remember, she's supposed to be making money on behalf of Lisa Marie. Yeah? Guys, seriously, let's keep going.
Well, you're absolutely right. We do refuse a lot, and this opportunity came, and we jumped to it. About 3 years ago, Cirque du Soleil came to Elvis Presley Enterprises with the idea of opening up in Vegas an act, and we jumped to it. We thought it was a perfect synergy, perfect partners. I mean, Cirque du Soleil is known for being contemporary, known for its cutting edge, abstract, you know, in vision, abstract in performance.
She's waffling now. But Emily, if they do let me ask her a question on the 4th of October, it's only going to be one. It isn't going to be the Louis show.
So this was Elvis Presley. This is who he was. So this was a no-brainer, really. We jumped to it.
You must get some pretty insane offers as well. Any that can come to mind that you thought, oh my gosh, what are they thinking?
Not with this show. No. I'm a huge fan of Cirque du Soleil. I've seen just about every one of their shows, and every one of them is different, and this is the case also. It's very, very different. This is music, but dance, and it is acrobats, it's adage, it's...
Okay, guys, so you get, hang on a minute. I've got a couple of other little clips. I've only got 10 minutes left. Let's just see if I can quickly get through them.
Has that ever crossed your path?
In what way? I mean...
To think about doing something like that.
Well, we are, in a way, with Cirque du Soleil. I mean, this is the beginning, and this is something that we've, spent a lot of time with. I mean,
right. Okay. So, let's just see a couple more minutes, another bit, and then I want to just quickly...
Fabulous acrobats, and tell me some of the...
Yeah. So she's more just talking about the show Cirque du Soleil, which I'm sure was fantastic. Now, I did notice there was a little clip of Robert Silliman, the billionaire that bought Elvis Presley Enterprises. I've not watched this, guys. I have not watched this. So the guy, if you look, let me just make sure you can see what I can see. Yeah. So this guy, I don't know what's going to be said. I haven't watched this. I'm only going to play a minute of it because I'm a bit rushed. But the guy sat next to Priscilla, yeah. The guy sat next to Priscilla is the billionaire Robert Silliman. He bought 85%. Guys, between you and me, he, as far as in my opinion, for entertainment purposes, he gave her a backhander to encourage Lisa to sign that deal. That's just my opinion. A very large backhander. Some say it was 6.5 million. Others, Bridget Cruz in her lawsuit says 13 million. Yeah. I honestly do believe that all the way through the ownership of Elvis Presley Enterprises, when Priscilla was trustee, co-trustee, whatever you want to call it, where she should have only been making for money for Lisa, she was almost every deal Priscilla did, she was pocketing money. There was backhand deals going on. She was receiving something for every deal that happened, which is not what was supposed to happen. She was co-trustee, whatever you call it. I keep getting confused. Co-executor, whatever it is, on behalf of Lisa. It should never have been about Priscilla. Yeah. So let's listen to what is said. They're talking about the Viva Elvis Circus LA again. Let's see what happens. It's some kind of press conference. And I think this is probably about 15 years ago.
This would not have taken place were it not for Priscilla and her support.
Why is this freezing on me? Hang on. Hang on a minute, guys. Let me just exit off. Oh, it's not going to let me. All right, it's frozen, but it doesn't really matter because the point I'm trying to make here, hang on, see if I can touch screen it off. The point I'm trying to make here is that, look, she's in there with Robert Silliman, yeah? Remember, Robert Silliman is putting money in her pocket, big time. Let's have a look. No, it's not going to let me, but now here we are, it started working again. Let's get it again.
This would not have taken place were it not for Priscilla and her support. I'm thrilled that in the show that Priscilla's rightful place in Elvis's life is honored.
Did you hear that? Priscilla's rightful place in Elvis's life. This is the billionaire that Priscilla helped sell 85% of Elvis Presley Enterprises, which should never have happened. I don't care what anyone says. I know people say, oh, it's Lisa's fault because she owned it. No. Priscilla talked Lisa into doing that deal. It should never have been sold off. This 85% should never have happened. Why would they do an 85% deal? And they rented Gracelands to Elvis Presley Enterprises. This man, Robert Silliman, the billionaire, yeah? Is it I can't remember the name of his company, CX something, yeah? He bought Elvis from Priscilla, even though it was Lisa's, and he gave Priscilla a massive backhander. So everything I say is for entertainment purposes, just an opinion, not a fact. We are a discussion YouTube channel. So what I'm saying is just an opinion. But come on, guys. Poor Lisa went along with this deal that basically sold everything, rented Graceland. I know that the building is still owned by Riley Q, yeah? But come on, guys. It ain't right.
Oh, please welcome Priscilla Presley.
So he's there going on her rightful place. Come on, she divorced him and was unfaithful to him. In 1972, she was shagging and living with another guy. Come on. So why is it the rightful place? When she betrayed him and then ripped him off and sold off Elvis Presley Enterprises and rented Gracelands. Come on.
Thank you, Bob. That was actually your introduction to Elvis. I know that you've been an admirer of him since the beginning. And
so she's kissing the billionaire's ass who bought Elvis.
It is true. This is his rightful place. This is a bit nostalgic for me. It's been quite a journey from, my gosh, 3 years ago when we at Elvis Presley Enterprises sat down with you and, of course, you and Guy, and I really do think that it was quite a journey, and here we are today talking about it. It reminds me this journey of the time when
she shouldn't even be there. She shouldn't even be there. Why is she the spokesperson for Elvis? Why? She was unfaithful. She lived with other men for decades. She ripped him off in the divorces. She treated her daughter like shit, threw her daughter into Scientology, dumped her off at summer camp when the summer Elvis died. There is so much wrongdoing here towards Elvis, towards Lisa, even eventually towards Riley. Yeah, Lisa was even going to sue her own mother. Riley tried to prevent her mum Lisa suing her. It's just, what is this, guys? This is my new thing now. Why was Priscilla made the front person, the spokesperson for Elvis? Why is Priscilla hailed as the person that saved Elvis? The person that she's the reason Elvis is remembered. It's ridiculous, guys.
Elvis first appeared in Vegas, and the anticipation, the fears, the anxiety that he had coming to Vegas. He was the first rock and roll entertainer, really, to break those boundaries. And no, the rest is history. Everybody followed. Elvis, and everything he did, created interest, created such a phenomenal impact that I agree with Bob in that the fusion with Elvis and Cirque du Soleil, I can't imagine anyone else to partner with him, both being at the forefront of entertainment. And in Cirque's very unique, wonderful, abstract way of translating or having a vision in a very abstract way that, in a way, Elvis was. I can't imagine anyone else doing this. Your vision and how you see things, we may not understand them so much, but when I went to Canada to see your facilities there.
Okay, guys, I've heard enough of that. I mean, hi, Paula, welcome. But I know they were married 6 years, but Paula, the marriage was a joke. Within a year of the marriage, she was unfaithful. And then another 18 months after that, she was unfaithful again with the karate guy. First of all, the dance instructor, then the karate champion, Mike Stone. There wasn't a 6-year marriage. The marriage was maximum 3 years. 3 years. So I think there's one more little bit. Let me just see if it's there. There was a few little clips. Here we go.
In this wonderful venture with Cirque du Soleil. So, of course, it's been 3 years.
Now, remember, Larry King was a Priscilla Presley ass kisser. So we've only got 2 minutes left, guys. Then I got to go. Let's just watch a bit of this, then I got to go. Thank you for joining me. I'll be back later. We're going to cover the interviews that Priscilla gave yesterday promoting the book Softly As I Leave You. One of them, she actually says, after Lisa died, I didn't want to be here anymore. I repeat, one of the interviews, she says, after Lisa died, I didn't want to be here anymore. And the only reason I'm here is because I kept going for Navarone. It
was actually in the making.
Is this similar to the Love show about the Beatles, which is at what hotel is that at?
Oh gosh, where is that, Love? That's
The Mirage.
Mirage, that's right.
Which we went to for that show. We'll go see this one next week.
Oh, that's good. It's no, it's very different, and I think Cirque prides themselves on all the shows that they do that it's very unique and different in their own way. So this is unlike any of the shows I've ever done. It's quite spectacular.
Someone told me it's much like a Broadway presentation.
So let's just see if they're going to talk about Elvis. Let's have a little listen. Right, hang on a minute, guys. I'm trying to catch the lies out. I'm trying to catch out if she twists the truth. We've just proved that she pretended that she was with Elvis at age 22, that she pretended that he told her that he was worried about going into the military service and leaving his mum Gladys, when we know she was not there.
They have a very unique way of operating. They know
it's their baby, right?
It's their baby, absolutely. And they've done many of these shows. I believe there's 20 shows worldwide, all over. And sometimes you don't want to tamper with what they know, but we've definitely had some say, and the first time we saw it in December was pretty much a work in progress, and.
Just waffle, guys. It's just everyone kissing her ass as if she's Elvis. It's the usual crap. So someone has just messaged me. Nicola has just messaged me. So that Robert Silliman's company was called CKX. It stands for Content is King. The X is for Xavier. It's one of Robert Silliman's middle names. So Xavier is one of Robert Silliman's middle names. Let's have a look. And then someone else messaged me. It was Karen, Donna Presley's assistant, and said to me, let's have a look. The Elvis. No, not Karen. Someone else. It could have been Nicola then. Oh yeah, it was Nicola. Sorry, not Karen. Nicola. The Elvis. On the 1st of October 1958, Elvis arrived in Germany. So that was the first date he went there. But obviously, that will be after his basic training. So that's it. That gives you a good timeline. Okay? So the point of this show was to show you guys that Priscilla lies. She lies. She makes it up as she goes along. She even acts as if she was with Elvis when she wasn't. There is a massive con that has been going on for 40 to 50 years, and we are going to start exposing it. Priscilla thinks we're all stupid. Priscilla thinks we're very gullible and naive, that we don't do our research. And do you know what? She was right. For 20, 30, 40 years, the general public have let her get away with it. the general public fell for this bullshit, this fake fairy tale. They believed every word of it. No one ever challenged her, and she knew no one would challenge her because Elvis wasn't here to challenge her because he was dead. The public couldn't be bothered. The news companies, the interviewers around the world never bothered to challenge her and just agreed with everything she says. She had them eating out of her hand, guys. She's a liar. She is a serial liar. Now, remember, this isn't about hate. This is about defending Elvis and defending Lisa. I don't hate these people, but come on, if we're being tricked and conned and brainwashed, we need to expose it and tell the world the truth. The world needs to know the truth. This woman is a con artist. Everything I say is for entertainment purposes, not truth, just a discussion opinion program where we share things. Nothing I say is fact. Gotta go, guys. Love you. I'll be